Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'll be showing us how to make this trending bubu. So if this is something you're interested in, keep watching, and if you're new on here, welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel as we'll be dropping more interesting stuff on this channel. Now come with me. So these are the materials we'll be using for this video. This is the Ankara, measuring tape, bias, also known as interfacing. We use it to turn the neck and other stuff, scissors and tailor's chalk, and then of course we have our fringe. So these are the materials we'll be needing for this dress. Now let's get to the process. And now the first thing we're going to do is fold our fabric into 4. I think I use about 2 yards for this style. So after folding your fabric into 4, you take your shoulder measurement, chest point, waist measurement, and the length, of course the hip measurement. It's just like we're going to draft our regular basic bodies here right now, but the difference between this and the regular basic bodies is that we're adding about 5 inches allowance because it's a bubu. It's not going to be a fitted dress, so you're not using your actual measurements. So you're going to add about 5 inches. It depends on how big you want it to be. So it's free, like you could do whatever you want to do with this size. So now I'm just imputing my shoulder measurements, my chest measurements with the 5-inch allowance I said earlier. Then I'll put my waist measurement with extra 5 inches, and then hip measurement. I'm just going to go ahead and impute all of these measurements here so we can see. I'm sorry, my chalk is not so thick, so the lines are a bit faint, but I believe with the voiceover we'll be able to follow. So I'm just going to go ahead now and impute my bust point measurement, and then so after imputing my bust point measurement, I'm going to go ahead and impute my hip measurements here, and then I'm going to take the length measurement also. The length I'll be working with, I'm just going to go ahead and mark it out also. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my sleeve measurement. The sleeve I worked with is about 9 inches long. You know, this is a bubu, so we're cutting the dress together with the sleeve. We're not attaching the sleeve separately. So I'm just going to go ahead and take 9 inches long, and of course the normal depth of the sleeve is about 8 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it, then mark my neckline. I use 3.5 inches width and then 6 inches depth. So the neckline is about 6 inches deep and then 6.5 inches deep and wide, because there will be no zipper at the back of the dress. So I'm just going to go ahead now and cut out this neckline. I'm cutting the neckline for the front piece separately from that of the back piece, because for the back is going to be higher than the front. So the front is about 6 inches deep and 3.5 inches wide. The back is going to be 3.5 inches wide and 1.5 inches deep. I'm just going to go ahead and impute it here. You'll see the difference when I cut it, and you see the back is higher than the front, but for the width they are both the same. Just going to go ahead and cut out the neckline for the back piece. I want to believe that you understood what I said earlier, so I'm just going to go ahead now and cut the back. Now you can see the difference I was talking about. You see the front is deeper than the back piece, so the back piece is higher than the front, but the width is the same. So now I'm going to curve the armhole and connect it down towards the hip point. From the armhole, that curve, you curve it down to the hip point, and then we are going to cut it out following this line that we just drafted now from the armhole. Please don't forget, you make a curve down to the hip point, down to the length of the dress, and then we cut it out. So now I had to cut it, and this is how it looks like after cutting it. Yeah, so now this is the measurement we're working with. See the neckline I talked about? Yeah, so you can see the difference between them. So the next thing we're going to do now is to use our bias to turn the neckline. Since we're not going to be using a lining, so you're going to place it on this point and trace it down towards the end of the neckline. I'm just going to go ahead and do it on my machine and then bring back the final result for us to see. So now this is how it looks like after I've gone ahead to turn it and flipped it to the other side. See how neat it looks here. So this is how it should look like for both the front and the back. I've turned the both sides of the fabric. So now the next thing I'm going to do is join the shoulder of this dress. I'm just going to go ahead and join the shoulder on my machine, and then I'll bring back the results for us to see. And I'm also going to join the sides of the fabric because our dress is almost ready. So I'll just go ahead and do this and bring back the results for us to see. So now I've gone ahead to join the shoulder and the sides. I've gone ahead to join the shoulder. We can see how the shoulder looks now. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch the sides down and then also bring back the results for us to see. And now this is what it looks like. So now the next thing I'm going to do is take the measurement for the fringe. So this is what will determine the length of the dress. So the measurement for this fringe I bought is about 18 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 18 inches on my dress and cut it out. I'm going to cut out 18 inches since the fringe is going to complete the remaining length of the dress. So I'm just going to go ahead now to mark that point and then cut it out. And now the next thing I'm going to do is place this fringe on the edge of this fabric and sew it round, like from this end to the other end, round the dress. And I'm going to come back with the final results. Yeah, and this is what our dress looked like at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.